Okay, time for a new video, and whether you are somebody new to my channel or you are returning to my channel to watch this video, it is greatly appreciated. As always, I'm filming this in one go, so if I stumble over my words going forwards, I apologise in advance. And as always, I apologise if the quality of this video is fairly poor, if there's any lag, anything like that at all. Sadly, it cannot be helped, and hopefully it's not too much of an issue for you. Today is yet another Eurovision 2020 related video, and another instalment in my ongoing series called What We Know So Far. This must be the 6th instalment or so in this little series that I've got going on, and if this is the first such video of mine that you've seen, pretty much all I do is I go through all of the nations competing in this year's competition, which of course is just a few months away, just under 3 months away in fact, and it will be taking place in Rotterdam in the Netherlands this year. Of course, there are 41 competing nations, and all I do is go through the list and talk about what we know so far. Sometimes I do forget to mention certain things, but I think I cover enough, and especially as we move towards this year's competition, I don't want to run the risk of repeating myself if I can help it, so sometimes I do gloss over certain things. But anyway, we're at a really interesting point now in this year's Eurovision season, because we're in mid-February, and we do know some songs for sure that will be taking to the Eurovision stage. Some national finals are coming up, we have internal selections to come as well, of course, and I think there's about 30 songs in 20 days to be revealed or selected, so it's a busy time if you are a Eurovision fan. I'm really looking forward to it, although I have to be honest here and say that I've been a little bit disappointed with this Eurovision season so far. Now, whether that's because, to me personally, the quality in some of the national finals hasn't been as high as it usually is, or maybe because my personal favourites don't really stand much of a chance of getting to Eurovision. I don't know. I don't really know how to describe it, but let me know your thoughts on this, because for me personally, I think it's been a little bit disappointing so far. I'm really expecting better quality to come over the next few weeks. Anyway, to avoid rambling on that much longer, I'm just going to get straight into this. Semi-final 1 will take place on the 12th of May 2020 on a Tuesday, and there will be 17 countries in this semi-final. They'll all vote alongside 3 of the automatic qualifiers: Germany, Italy and the Netherlands, the host nation of course. So I'm going to go through each country and say what we know so far. Obviously the exact running order will not be determined until probably the end of March, when the producers of the show know all of the competing entries and are able to put them into some sort of sufficient running order. So in the first half of the first semi-final, Australia's first here. We know that it's going to be Don't Break Me by Montaigne. Now, I made a video a couple of weeks ago where I spoke about if we've heard a potential Eurovision 2020 winner already, and I mentioned this song in that video as a bit of a wild card guess. I think this is in with a really good chance, I really do. I think it was the best song Australia could have sent. I wasn't massively impressed with the quality on offer in their national final this year, and I think they've done the right thing going for something that's a little bit more reserved than what Zero Gravity was last year, which was quite an extravagant song and an extravagant performance. This is a bit more reined in. I didn't think the live performance was amazing. It was pretty much all one camera shot, which I didn't really like that much. There was a sort of circus element to it as well, which I think is Montaigne's thing. And I think that's going to stay for Rotterdam as well. I like her, she's a great singer. The studio version of this song is fantastic, but live it just needs tightening up, if you see what I mean. It needs to be stronger overall on that stage at the Ahoy a few months from now, because at the moment it's just coming across as a little weak in certain areas. I mean, if I take a look at the information here, I mean, yes, Montaigne won by 7 points, winning the jury vote and finishing second in the public vote. It's a good song, the right choice, and it's a fairly contemporary song, I would say. I think it's just right for Eurovision. So we'll see how well Australia do. I think Australia's biggest issue is getting a lot of public votes. Remember that last year, Kate Miller-Heidke was one of the favourites to win. But in all honesty, she didn't do quite as well as we perhaps expected in that public vote, 130-something points. Some people thought it could have been 200 plus. So I don't think Montaigne needs to worry about the jury side of things. It's getting the public on side. And on that big stage in Rotterdam, the potential is high to create something truly spectacular. Belarus, the national finals at the end of this month, 28th of February. We know the song's in contention. I've absolutely no idea who the favourite is. We've got Napoli back once again. Chakras with La Layla, I think that's a fairly popular song. True Love by Angelika Pushnova, which I'd say is still my personal favourite at this moment in time. Anastasia Hlamodsta with Burning Again, that's probably going to do quite well. I've not seen many Eurovision fans go nuts over any of these songs, so I don't think Belarus are going to be on course for a really fantastic year this time around. Ireland, I can't remember the name of the group, but RTE, that's Irish Television, have come out and said that it's going to be an LGBTQ plus group. I believe the group has 4 members in it. Now maybe this is just a red herring, but I think they've been dropping hints a little bit over the past week. And this band, I can't remember the name of them, but they have a single out called Golden within a few days. That could be Ireland's Eurovision entry, I don't know. I've seen 1 or 2 other names mentioned, a solo female artist whose name I can't remember either. But I think we're only a few days away from finding out what Ireland have in store, and I think they're feeling very hopeful of their chances. You know, I think they're really confident in the act that they've chosen, so we'll just wait and see. And they're in the toughest semi-final on paper, so it's got to be something really amazing as far as I'm concerned. Lithuania, it was a landslide for the Roop with On Fire. This is quirky, it's cool. I think the jurors should really appreciate this, and I think the public really will as well. The music video, or rather the video of the national final performance, has 800,000 plus views, I believe, at this moment in time. That's quite impressive because it was only uploaded a few days ago. It really is a good song. The choreography, it's just strange in a good way. It's not a jokey entry. That's the thing. It straddles that line between being something that's fairly comical and actually something that's really quite professional and strong. I think this is one of Lithuania's strongest songs they've ever sent. Could it be their year? Let me know your thoughts on that. It's a really good song. I don't think it's going to win though. But then again, it's early days. North Macedonia, it's Vasil, and the song is called You, but that has not been released yet. Nothing else to say on that matter. Russia, it says here that their artist will be revealed this month, so there's only about a week and a half to go. It could be a returning act, hopefully not. I want something fresh and new from Russia this time around. We can't rule them out, they know what they're doing. I mean, if you put money on Russia to finish in the top 5 this year, I think that'd be a good idea, because chances are they will. They know what they're doing, they know what they're doing. Slovenia, 22nd of February, so just a few days away. We've heard the Slovenian contenders. I think it's between Gaia Prestor and Lina Kuruzovic. I think it will be one of those artists going to Rotterdam. For me personally, I think Lina has the slightly better song, Man Like You, which she wrote herself. Could be another former junior Eurovision competitor heading to the grown-up competition. Let me know your thoughts on which song in Slovenia is the best. Sweden, Melfest of course is underway. I'll be listening to snippets of the semi-final 4 songs tomorrow, so watch out for that video if you're interested. So far, I don't think we've heard a potential Eurovision winner from Sweden. I can see the Mamas doing it, and that was the first song in the first semi-final. I can see them doing really well. Broad appeal for that song. Robin Bengtsson, I don't think it'll be him. Mariette, no. Mahombi, I was disappointed by. I don't think it'll be him. Lots of people are raving about Dotter. Me personally, I thought the better song was Anna Bergendals. But 7th of March for Sweden, that's when the Melfest final is. Moving into the second half of semi-final 1, Azerbaijan, who knows? Who knows? I think they're just going to surprise us with an announcement very soon. Belgium, it's Release Me by Hooverphonic. I was very excited for this song, as I made clear on my channel. It's a bit Bond-esque. Unfortunately, it is quite repetitive. I've listened to it again, And it does go on and on and on, and it's a very fine song. It's quality, you can't deny it. It is a quality, professional, slick piece of music by a very experienced group. But too many people are going to find this dull. And it could be Senek all over again. Croatia, national finals 29th of February, and with regards to Dora this year, the songs will not be revealed until that night, which I think is quite an interesting thing to do, and maybe a very smart thing to do, because that way Eurovision fans can't pick their favourites. There's maybe less pressure on the artists, I don't know. But there is one name, well, there's Lorena Buchan who's back, but it's worth keeping an eye on Mia Negovetic. Major songwriters for that song When It Comes to You. That's one to keep an eye on. Croatia, who knows, might just blow people away. Cyprus, it's Running by Sandro. The song hasn't been revealed yet. Israel have Eden Elena, who is a 19-year-old black musician from Jerusalem, and I think she's going to have a really contemporary pop meets R&B sort of song. That will be revealed in due course, 3rd of March for that. Malta, of course, Destiny Chukwunyere, who of course was going to win X Factor Malta, and we know she can sing live. Malta, do not rule them out, because they could have a belter of a song this year. Norway have Ulrika with Attention, and for me, that's the song that sounds the most like a Eurovision winner so far. I think it really is in with a chance of winning, and I wouldn't be mad if it did. Great voice. The staging again needs a bit of work, but in Rotterdam it's a bigger venue, bigger stage. Everything will come together, I'm sure. It's a great song. Lots of people ranking it number 1. And you've got to bear in mind the juries, who probably will go for Norway over Lithuania. Let's bear that in mind. Romania have Roxanne. Now I'm excited about this, I really am. 1st of March, Larissa Roxana Gheorghiu. She's 20 years of age from Cluj-Napoca. Apologies for my pronunciation here. Multiple observers have compared her music style and appearance to that of Dua Lipa and Billie Eilish. I think this is going to be a really slick piece of pop. I believe there's going to be about 5 songs in contention. I don't know for sure, but I think Romania are going to be back in the final. I really do. And then Ukraine, national finals in a few days. People want Kayat, but he didn't even win the second semi-final in the jury vote or public vote. It looks like it's going to be 99 by Krutz. Apologies, I'm not sure entirely how you pronounce that. That's a sort of hypnotic, dreamy, folky sort of song, which I think would be really fresh for Eurovision. Or it's going to be Tvorci with Bonfire. Now, Tvorci is a band, electronic music band, 2 guys, Andrew and Jeffrey. Not very Ukrainian names, but there we go. And I've got to say, I thought that live performance, there was something off about it. It didn't sound in tune at times. But anyway, 99 is the one to beat here. And I think that's a fine song, likely to do quite well. Anyway, semi-final 2, 18 countries, they'll all vote alongside France, Spain and the UK. Austria in the first half, Vincent Bueno with Alive. The song has yet to be released, and I don't know anything about what it's going to sound like. Czech Republic, their national final, I thought was pretty strong, and arguably they sent the worst song of the bunch. Benny Cristo with Kemama. This has been performed live, I haven't seen that performance yet. I think this is going to do better than people expect, but it's just not my type of music. But I can appreciate it for what it is. Estonia, national final 29th of February. The semi-finals are over. Jaagup Twisk with Beautiful Lie is the man to beat. But we've also got Traffic, and I think they could do really well. Do not rule them out. Stig Rasta involved, of course. Shira are there, but they only just went through as one of the televote-only qualifiers. Rasmus Randvi is there, but I thought his performance was a little bit all over the place. Who knows what's going to happen? Laura is there, she's performing last. Inger is on first. I think it's between Jaagup and Traffic. One of those two. Anyway, Greece have Supergirl by Stefania, another former junior Eurovision competitor, of course. I believe the music video is being filmed, or the choreography is being worked on. They have the Dream Team as the songwriting team here. Could be a serious contender. Young female performer. Now, Iceland. Now, one of the songs here, Gagna Magnith, or Think About Things, by Dathi Freyr Pettersson. That's his full name. This has sort of gone viral. I mean, his song the other year didn't. Not really. But this one has, because it's very quirky and strange, and the music video is very intriguing. I don't think it's that amazing a song. And you've got Eva with Oculus Videre right there. And if that song doesn't go to Eurovision, I think Iceland are making a big mistake. Let me know your thoughts on this. I wouldn't be surprised if Iceland sent the rock band Dimmer. Wouldn't be surprised at all. Although that would be a mistake, in my opinion. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens here. I really would think it's going to be between Eva and Dathi with Think About Things. But who knows? Who knows? Personally, I'm rooting for Eva. But this goes back to what I was saying earlier about it being a disappointing Eurovision season for me personally, because another one of my favourites might not even go to Eurovision. Then we have Moldova, 29th of February as well. I really don't know who's going to come out on top. It could be Diana Rotaru with Dale Dale. It could be Natalia Gordienko, Pasha Parfeni, Valeria Pasha, Katerina Sandu. It's going to be one of those, I'd imagine. All of the others blend into each other, really. Poland, 23rd of February, coming up soon. It's going to be Kasia Deren, Alicja Semplinska, or Albert Cherny, the lead singer of Lake Malawi, represented the Czech Republic last year. His song's called Lucy, and it's about, or inspired by, one of the hosts last year, Lucy Ayoub. He's got an extraordinary songwriting team for that song. He could be the one to beat, but I think it's probably going to be Cassia. Her name's the one that I've seen the most of over the past couple of days. San Marino, Valentina is on the phone right now. Serbia is going to be Hurricane, isn't it? With Asta La Vista, 1st of March. Can't see anybody really stopping them. Could be Thea Devi. So many songwriters for that, it's unbelievable. Her song's called Sunji Dan. Pretty good. All of the others, Andrea Yo. Yep, that's a contender. But I think Hurricane have it in the bag. Will the juries love it? We'll soon find out. Into the second half, Albania, it's Shy by Arilena Arra. We know about this. It's going to have English lyrics. It's going to have a bit of a pop revamp. Could be a mistake. We'll soon find out. Armenia, it's Chains on You. Athena Manukian's performing it. It's sort of R&B. I don't think this has that many fans. It'll stand out. It's an interesting sound for Eurovision, but I'm not sure it's really going to do that well. Bulgaria, 7th of March, Victoria. Apparently the song has been decided. I saw that earlier. Could be something really amazing. Denmark, more than likely going to be Ben and Tan with Yes, although Jasmine Rose featuring Roxor Loops is a bit of a fan favourite. And I still like Den Eneste Goth I Veiler, but that stands no chance of winning, let's be honest, even though it's a quality piece of music. 7th of March for Dansk Melodi Grand Prix. Finland, also 7th of March. Can anybody stop Erika Wickman? I feel as though the attention has moved on to other countries now, but Cicciolina, that song proved really, really popular, and it could be the one to beat here. It's a pretty good lineup, but will Finland send it? We'll soon find out. Georgia have Take Me As I Am by Tornika Kipiani. That song, I think snippets of it have been released. I've heard nothing. Don't really know what to expect. Latvia have Still Breathing by Samantha Tina, finally representing her country. This, to me, is noisy and messy, but people seem to love it. Again, I seem to be in the minority by saying that. I mean, it's fine, but I don't think it's that incredible. Portugal, I'm hoping for Passepartout by Barbara Tinoco, but it could well be blasted with Rebellion, and I think people would prefer that one. There's quite a few other songs in that lineup I quite like, but Festival de Canção is coming up on the 7th of March. And then Switzerland, 4th of March. Don't rule them out. I think they've got something really spectacular lined up. And then the finalists, France. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. They've gone for Tom Lieb, fine singer, charismatic. There he was at the Eiffel Tower. The Best in Me, John Lundvik and Thomas Gierson, Peter Bostrom. They've all been involved in writing this song, and this is the best they could come up with. France have taken a big step backwards. No denying it. This is not great. Bottom 5, there we are. I'd be surprised if France really do well this year with that song. It's going to have to be incredible live. Germany, 27th of February. Who knows what they've got planned. Italy, we know it's Fai Rumore by Diodato. A good song. It is growing on me more and more. That really could win. Let's be honest, it really could. Netherlands have Django McCroy. I wouldn't be surprised if the Netherlands win again. They're not going to slip up now. They're in a really good run of form, and they, like Belgium, albeit with a bit more success in the Dutch case, no quality. So I think they're going to send something really great. Spain, well, I think they're on course for another disappointing outcome. Nobody's really talking about this. Universo by Blas Canto, I think people have forgotten it already. Harsh, but true. Not a bad song. And then the UK, BBC have been in a coma for months, and I'm sure they'll announce something probably first week of March, but I'm not expecting anything amazing. It could be another disappointment this time around. That's it. Big, long, rambling video. I'm going to shut up now. Let me know your thoughts on anything Eurovision related. Have we heard a potential winner yet? Do you think some countries are going to mess up and send arguably the wrong song? Of course, that's all a matter of opinion. Do you think some countries are going to send absolute quality? Like I said a minute ago, I think Romania could be ones to watch out for this year, but of course I could be wrong. Who knows? Let me know what you think, and hopefully the quality of this video wasn't too bad. I'll be back with a Melfest related video, all being well, tomorrow. Until next time, thank you very much for watching. Roll on Eurovision 2020. So many more songs to go. Until next time, bye for now.